We spend a lot of time focusing on training of applicators. And so sometimes we do this through study material, so study guides. We write books that help people pass a certifying exam. So they have to show that they have the basic knowledge to do this job in the most safe and efficacious way. So we write these study guides, and we also do a lot of in-person training. And so this is where I think pesticide safety educators really shine. We travel all over the place, and we do face-to-face trainings with applicators, so we can teach them how to mix pesticides appropriately, how to apply them correctly, how to reduce, how to minimize environmental harm while making these pesticide applications. We also do things like webinars and online trainings to provide them some recertification information.
Land grant pesticide safety education programs really are the arm for the state lead agencies. They provide an opportunity to go out and offer the training that's required of the state lead agencies for certified pesticide applicators, and that is one of the main focuses that they have.
Hi, my name is Wayne Bueller, and I am celebrating 20 years as the State Pesticide Coordinator in the Extension Service at NC State University in Raleigh, North Carolina. And there's also a broad array of subject matter. And one day I may be dealing with managing resistance that may be occurring to weed products like herbicides that are used for controlling certain weeds in agriculture. Or perhaps I'm working with drift minimization and looking at the use of different nozzle tips which regulate the flow of the pesticide and the droplets that are formed from that flow.
They develop new training, they keep up with all of the current products and technology that's being used. And so they hold workshops, they hold trainings, they go to conferences and talk about pesticide safety education. They also develop new tools that might be something online for pesticide safety education. They also hold hands-on workshops. So in our state, we have a structural pest control training center where they provide training on integrated pest management. And you can't talk about integrated pest management without talking about pesticide safety education. So they have an opportunity there at this training center to use the equipment that they will be using out in the field, and they can learn how to properly calibrate the equipment and also how to use the equipment.
Pesticide safety education programs work with both the regulated community as well as those individuals that are not subject to regulation, ensuring proper pesticide usage. One of the things with pesticide safety education programs is they're often thought of in terms of agricultural pesticide use, when in fact there's a broad range of things that fall under non-agricultural pesticide use. For example, there are what would be termed traditional structural pest control, which would be your residences, commercial operations, warehouses, commodity fumigation. Those would be structural pest control applications. There's also public health pest control, which is important, sewer root control, a whole variety of types of pesticide use. So pesticide safety education programs not only focus on agricultural applications, but also those non-ag applications. And they are a great first line to interact with those individuals. They provide training to both the regulated community and the community members that don't need to be regulated. They can answer a lot of questions, but also if they don't, then they have relationships with their pesticide regulatory officials, and they can liaison between the general public and the regulated community and with the regulators.
Gene Merkel, Pesticide Safety Education Coordinator for the state of Mississippi. Well, we primarily provide information to the public, training and information to the public about safe use of pesticides. And we at Mississippi State are particularly pleased that we have a great working relationship with our state lead agency, in our case the Mississippi Department of Agriculture Bureau of Plant Industry. And I think that strength of relationships is one of the things that helps our pesticide safety education program to be successful.
We try to be as broad as we can in getting our message about pesticide safety out there. And so we try to plug into existing programs that go on, things like master gardener training, groups such as lawn care applicators, structural applicators, fumigators, of course the traditional agricultural audiences. So we try to attend those conferences, put our little piece in there about the pesticide safety message. And so by that process, we just try to address and cover as many different audiences, as many of the citizens in the state as possible.